And hello there again, RosterWatch Nation. It's your friendly neighborhood trash man, back with a Dynasty rankings update. Um, so there's been a ton of action in free agency over the past couple weeks, and you're probably familiar with a lot of it. We've done a couple pods on it. So today I wanted to talk about a few guys who are kind of some more under the radar acquisitions that could end up paying off in Dynasty and otherwise, or guys that we had to get on the Dynasty board at least or move up some. First off, we have Ronald Jones, running back, now with the Chiefs. It'll be his age 25 season. We moved him from running back 46 to 37. As much as we believe Jones is the jag of all jags, the Chiefs seem to have confidence in him. Head coach Reed said he's going to give Jones the opportunity to be a major part of the offense on a team that is likely to implement the run more this season after, following the trade of Tyreek Hill. Jones might actually be a better inside runner than Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who should feature more in the passing game this season. And as underwhelming as Jones is, he's a pretty efficient back. He had the second most yards over expected on inside runs behind only Derrick Henry this past season. Jones is primed to play over his head once again in 2022. After that, we have Khadarel Hodge, wide receiver, now in Atlanta, age 27 season. He was unranked before. He's just wide receiver 95, but we had to get him on the board. And that's because Hodges Atlanta's first and only move at wide receiver this offseason after losing Calvin Ridley to suspension for the season and Russell Gage to free agency. It's uncertain how big a role Hodge will play in Atlanta's offense, but there's a clear path to targets at this point for Hodge, so he needs to be on the board. He may not stay there for long, but he needs to be there. He could actually move up. They don't have that many options in the passing game right now. He's primarily been a special teams guy in the past. He's played in 4 teams and 4 seasons in the NFL. So I don't know that there's anything special about Hodge other than the situation that he's in. For the time being, he's on the board. We'll see if he sticks. After that, we have Marquez Valdes-Scantling. It'll be his age 28 season, rising from wide receiver 90 to wide receiver 51. Scantling may have seen the biggest boost of any receiver in free agency, going from wide receiver 90 to 55 overnight. He's often the third option. He was often the third option at best in Green Bay. MVS actually has a path to Kansas City's number 1 receiver role right now, which sounds insane at a glance. MVS did lead the NFL in yards per reception in 2020, is averaging 17.5 yards per reception over his career. So maybe the Chiefs are on to something. Rumors that the Chiefs are still looking to add a big name at wide receiver, but for now, we have to take MVS seriously as a potential weekly fantasy starter with considerable big play upside. And I think I misspoke when I said he's wide receiver 55. He's 51. So there you have it. Dynasty rankings update for this last week. A few guys who, you might want to keep tabs on in Dynasty and otherwise, really, especially Marquez Valdes-Scantling. For now, there's still moves to be made, so things will change, and we'll be right there for you, documenting it and letting you know about it. Again, this has been the Trash Man on behalf of RosterWatch.com. Until next time, be ready.